Hi, my name is Cassandra the Queen, a drug? Mabuhay! Australia might have a king, but the world, or the universe rather, bows down to a queen. My name is Cassandra the Queen, a theater performer, drag artist, comedian, actress, name it, I'm that bitch. And you know what? I'm a two-time Diva Award winner for Sydney's favorite showgirl and Sydney's favorite drag artist. Cassandra might be a queen, but she is a product of her community. Theater actors, activists, comedians, queer and trans people. My drag is my love letter from the Philippines to down under to all the people who taught me how to be resilient and be creative.
My community is my chosen family. These people have built a sanctuary for both Bral and Cassandra. I'm proud to say that I found a place for my drag in my community, and my community will always have a place in my drag.
You can see to my right, it's Oxford Street. And to my left, come, it's Oxford Street. And welcome to Oxford Street. Okay, so welcome to my drag room. This is my very big drag room. It's a 2-bedroom size drag room. No, I'm just kidding. It's like a very small drag room. I'm probably the only drag queen who has this just because it came from the Philippines, but I have these like custom made pads, which queens should actually have. Like, you shouldn't just like get random pads. Like, it should be custom to your body. That's why when you see me, my body is always correct. The signature Cassandra scent is this one. Tom Ford Lost Cherry. Another classic Cassandra scent is tobacco vanille. So I usually mix this with the Lost Cherry. It's very expensive though. So this is a drag bag. I'll probably have the biggest drag bag in Oxford Street. Cassandra is a very neurotic person. So she makes sure that she has everything in place. Cassandra is often associated with regality, class, femme fatale, power. The reputation of having polished looks comes from the motivation of making my drag a love letter to the creativity of Filipinos. That's why I either wear Filipino designers or make my own outfits, making sure to put some Filipino elements in them. All but like most of my costumes, probably like 80% of my costumes, I make them. The Philippines has a wide variety of beautiful flora and fauna, and the mariposa or the monarch butterfly is one of them. And that's the inspiration of this garment. Job Dacon, who's the designer of this outfit, is well versed with couture techniques, but more than that, he is very innovative in creating pieces. This specifically is a custom printed fabric by their atelier with carefully handcrafted wire structure and embellished with thousands of Swarovski crystals. This blue dress is probably the heaviest dress I've ever owned, and it is originally inspired by the maglalako or the market peddler in the Philippines. The maglalako goes around the market selling her products often placed in a hand-woven basket. The color choices and embellishments of this garment also displays the abundance of seafood in our country. This garment is designed by Sir John Garcia, a famous designer known for reimagining the tapis and panuelo silhouette, which is a classic imagery of Filipino outfits dating back to the Spanish colonization. Another reimagining of tapis and panuelo, this green gown is also designed by Sir John Garcia. This one has a more exaggerated panuelo or torso cover-up. What I like with his designs is the use of classical fabrics but with amazing attention to detail and intricate construction and shapes. Another amazing Filipino designer that I am so honored to work with is Santi Obsena, an alumnus of Project Runway Philippines. He's known for his amazing works and craftsmanship in creating intricate terno designs. One of them is this femme fatale bondage-inspired terno bodysuit, which I used for my first ever show in the Philippines. He also taught me to create this terno or butterfly sleeves that you will see in some of my creations. Yes, I know I'm beautiful, but this is the real me. I'm being vulnerable right now. I can show versatility. These are my look, queen. Let's start getting ready. The very first thing that I do is brush my mouth. So I'll be back. Go, this is not part of it. Go. My very first time going out in drag, technically here in Sydney, was during Halloween of 2019, because me and my friends, like fresh off the Philippines, were like, oh, maybe Halloween here is very, very big. So we decided to dress up as characters, and I was Wonder Woman. And that was technically my very first time in drag here in Sydney. But I was very busted. Like, but I thought I was feeling my oats, I would say. I would say that my makeup is still in progress. Like, I still play around with my makeup, trying to find what really works best for me. Always remember that brows are not identical twins. They are probably neighbors. Can you see my eyebrows right now? They're not related at all. They're probably from different nationalities. And that's almost it. Almost. And welcome to the birthplace of Cassandra. Welcome to Chingalings! So 3 years ago, this is where I started. I was a baby queen going around Oxford Street, finding all the open mics that I could find just to give out my performances. And here I am now.
By doing open mics every week, I've found some mentors in drag. They probably don't know this, but these people helped build Cassandra to what she is today.
And here's my home bar, Stonewall. And this is Stonewall, everyone. No, this is not Stonewall. Moving here 6 years ago might have been the biggest challenge I've ever faced. Like, I've been very independent all my life, living in a boarding school since I was 12, but moving here, migrating here to Australia with no one, no family, no friends, it felt like starting from zero. And through drag, I was able to find my community slowly and build that community as strong as it is today. When I moved here in 2019, my family was like, okay, do your thing, do your own adventure. But they were very indifferent about it. Like, they didn't have really strong emotions about it. It was also because I had a very detached relationship with them, because I wasn't with them. I wasn't living with them since I was 12. So when I moved here in 2019, we didn't speak for like 2 or 3 years. But even until now, like, even if I'm doing really well with my drag, they still would message me and to tell me that, oh, hey, stop posting that. Stop posting drag contents, because you're not, like, what are our relatives gonna say, or like what are my friends gonna say? I know that, like, I don't really have a strong relationship with my parents, blah blah blah, but one thing that I still really wish until now is for them to see me performing in drag. I've always wished for them to watch me perform and see me thrive and do well in an artistic space.
By doing Slay for Pay, I've met Carmen Gedit and Charisma Bell, probably the 2 biggest drag stars in the Sydney scene. And now I work with them at Stonewall. I've learned so much from them. They taught me how to wear nails. Kidding aside, they have been very generous with their time and expertise as more experienced queens to help me improve my drag. And considering that they have so much more experience ahead of me, they have made me feel secure, supported, and respected. That's why I have so much respect for these queens. What does the Cassandra show look like, you may ask? Well, I'm a theater performer and an actor at my core, so that's what I always bring in all my performances. I do production shows, upbeat numbers, musical theater performances, but more than anything else, a Cassandra experience is a heartfelt ballad with on-point lip-sync skills. Cassandra is also my love letter to comedy and making people laugh. Ever since I moved here and I've struggled having sense of family and community, I used comedy to somehow make people comfortable with me and build a connection with them.
You know what? When I first moved here, I was very afraid that I wouldn't be able to assimilate properly. For those people who have not a wide range of vocabulary, assimilate is a word that white people use to convince brown people that fish and chips are good. You know,
Oh, I remember the Prime Minister of Japan once said, Mrs. Imelda Marcos, you rob the Filipinos so much. And you know what I said? Now that my son is the president, we will rob the Filipinos more!
Well, that's my Imelda Marcos impression. This dress might remind you of the infamous First Lady, but you know what? We Filipinos are reclaiming the terno butterfly sleeve silhouette, which is an imagery of Filipino beauty, class, and regality. It is more than the Marcos family. Now that the Philippines is under another Marcos regime, queer and other marginalized groups are continuously oppressed. But Australia is no different, because everywhere you can see homophobia and racism. Turn my mic up and don't ever tell me to shut up, because my drag is a love letter to all the people who are not afraid to speak up and stand up for what is right.
And ultimately, Cassandra is my love letter to the future. A call to action to all the POC, migrants, queer people, and to all the marginalized groups that wherever you go, you have a community. In every performance that I do, I carry the spirit of my heritage and the love of my family. Because my drag is more than an art. It's a legacy.